Men go into marriage because they are tired, and women marry because they are curious, and both are disappointed. This is a quote by Oscar Wilde. And someone once said, if you are tired of single life, marriage is a great opportunity to make children, create stress, and go into debt. This definitely must have come from a foreigner, but looking at it, to some extent, it is the truth and nothing but the truth. However, women constantly fantasize about marriage. They are mostly excited, looking forward to the day they would walk up the altar and say, I do to the man of their life. But for the men, sometimes it is not always the same. Men tend to go into marriage because sometimes the society they found themselves demand that at certain stage in a man's life, when a man has come up to age, a man has the resources, you know, a man is mature in mind and all of that, there should be a woman standing by you as a wife. And a man is expected to start procreation, starting a family. This, to some extent, it is what tradition and culture has placed upon a man to settle down. All right, in this very content today, we shall be talking about some of the reasons a man go into marriage. My name is Chinyere Anuforo. Thank you once again for clicking to watch this content. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and keep coming back for more. Let's get straight into it. One, a man considers marriage when he has had a feel of youthful exuberance. When a man is tired of, Oringo, Azonto, flexing, thinking about making one woman just his and his alone becomes a priority. This is one of the reasons why men consider settling down at first. Secondly, recommendation by a man's mother. Statistics has it that 90% of men would respect their mother's wish. Whatever their mom says to them, their mom's advice, they don't play with their mom. They are so close to their mothers. So when a mother recommends a woman for their son, and especially when a mother persistently talk about she being tired of her grown-up son not bringing home anyone to say, this is the woman I would like to marry, I have found a wife, the mom is constantly yelling out or looking out for their grandchildren, having little ones to play around, going for omogo and all of that. When they start complaining like this, anybody the mother recommends, a man would, happily settle down with such a person. I don't know if they still exist in this our Gen Z's world now. Do mothers still recommend would-be wives to their sons? Let me know in the comment section. The next reason a man would want to go into marriage is when a man makes a responsible goal that is quite different from all the rest of the goals he has been playing around with. When a man meets a decent girl, full of moral and all of that, a man would be eager to settle down. Some ladies are very much beautiful but fanciful. Beauty without brains. These are some of the these are some of the ladies men constantly meet out there, especially in the places where they go for their Oringo. They also exist in the church. They also exist everywhere in their workplaces. People who can even do one night stand at work or one night stand everywhere. They don't even mind who is watching, what people would say. But when a man comes across a girl with manners, a girl who is God-fearing, whose decency is her number one watchword, that man would be eager to fall in love and start thinking something serious, something beyond quickie and sharp hit and run. The man would definitely want to make that girl his and his forever. Next is age and societal perception about a man. When a man has come of age, 30 and above, and he has all the financial stability. His businesses are doing so well. He has built a house. His immediate siblings, parents, they are okay. I mean, the pressure is there. The society begins to look at him as someone who is into one of them, these fraternities, somebody who may have used himself for ritual, his manhood for something, and blah, blah, blah. The pressure, the friends will begin to ask questions. Nah, what is keeping you? They also ask these questions. They ask to women, to men as well, you know and you begin to mingle with your friends. They go out, they talk about their family, they are running back home to meet with their children. My wife will be waiting. I don't want to stay late at night because of my family, blah, blah, blah. Man, and you will start to thinking, I think I'm becoming more irresponsible. So in order for a man to be perceived as responsible, especially when all the things that I've mentioned, he has all of that, he would begin to reason to have a woman in his life as a wife. Next point, love, emotional connection, and compatibility. When a man truly finds someone he falls in love with, genuinely, the desire to settle down creeps in. When you find somebody who has the same ideology with you, your likes are her likes, your dislikes are her dislikes. She's hardworking, decent. You have the same political ideology, the same religious belief, moral belief, and all of that. A man wouldn't hesitate to say, let's tie the knots, babe. I'm going to walk you straight to the altar. You're going to be mine and mine forever and ever. Okay, desire to start a family is another reason why men go into marriage. The dream of raising children, becoming a father, is something that motivates a man to start a family or to go into marriage, because a man perceives marriage as the most safest and suitable environment to start this goal. Companionship and avoiding emptiness is another reason a man would want to go into marriage, because they see marriage as a way of, escaping this lonely life, emptiness. They want somebody they would share their life with. So in going into marriage, a man seeks companionship, support, and someone he would constantly share life's lows and highs with. Another point is the fear of losing someone so special in their life. In a man's life, during the Oringo lifestyle, Azonto lifestyle, a man comes across a woman who is so special, who has almost all the qualities he would want in a woman. So in order not to lose that particular lady, a man would want to start a marriage so that he grabs that woman and wouldn't miss that opportunity, because he never can tell, if I should miss this woman, another man is by the side waiting to grab her from me. So a stitching time in this case saves time, was that adage. The next point is marriage out of pity. This is the wrongest reason any man would go into marriage. Unfortunately, they cannot avoid that, because when you are dating a woman for over 2-3 years, a woman who has started with you when you had nothing, the woman was there building with you, supporting you financially and otherwise. And she has come to believe that both of you are heading towards marriage because you've made all of them promises, even though you did not make them promises. Why would you be keeping a woman in your home, having her cook for you, clean for you, act as your wife, and all of that? And this woman, you sleep with her, do everything a married man and a married woman should be doing. Take her money, she supports you, you support her. In her mind, she believed that, yes, you are the one, and no other person. She's been discarding or even sending away some other men because she has seen you as her would-be husband. And at the long run, when your financial status has upgraded, possibly she may have even carried out abortions for you, not one, not twice, several abortions just for you. And Pim, things has turned around. You begin to consider, why would I even leave this girl? She might hurt me. She might go to different places for me. You might appear in Babalawa's shrine in a battle, relaxing there. So for the fear of that, you would go on to say, I can manage. And guess what? You're not going to be happy in the marriage. You would end up tormenting yourself, hurting yourself, staying in a sad marriage. This is one of the reasons some men, or this is how some men end up marrying the wrong person. Next point is when a man goes into marriage to boost their social and financial status. This is what we look at as gold diggers, going into marriage for what you can gain, for what you can obtain from the other person. Sometimes a lot of men, they tend to boast about this, brag about, dating somebody who is from a wealthy background, from a social class. Most often, a lot of men do not hide their intentions about you, just that most ladies are somehow stupid or ignorant. They don't see when they have eyes. When a man approaches you and asks you questions about how much are you earning in a month, what is your financial status like, what does your father do for a living, and blah blah blah. When I was studying in Bolton University, Manchester, one guy came to approach me then, a Nigerian guy. He was like, how did I even come to the UK? Is my dad a politician, a minister? To be able to pay for all them stupid questions, somebody you want to ask out, and you're asking her all of them questions, they are not interested in you. They just want to know your status, your pedigree, so that they would get involved in order for what they can obtain, friends for benefit, or they want to marry for benefit. When they brag about it, their counterparts usually hail them. I mean, their male folks. Oh my goodness, how did you get to, how did you find this Ezego's daughter, this millionaire's daughter? You are this, you are that. The guy knows what they are looking for. Sometimes they end up marrying the person, and guess what? They are never happy. So this is another reason some men, Oringo men, gold diggers. This is one of the reasons they go into marriage just for what they can gain to boost their financial and social status, not for love. Next is when a man meets a lady who cooks very well, who can clean, cook, and take care of him very well. They feel married already, dating someone like that. A man does not really play with his stomach, because it is said that the way to a man's heart is his stomach. Once you can prepare palatable meals, local orishirishiris or cuisines for this man, he is happy. A lot of men, they eat a lot, not all of them. So in a situation like this, a man wouldn't really hesitate to say, come on, babe, be my wife. You are already performing the wifely role. Come on. But then your character is another major thing. Forget about cooking and cleaning. If you don't have character, if your beans is not properly cooked, no matter what you cook, you are wasting your time. And when you plaster it with respect, come, cooking, cleaning, respect, PM, everything is complete. What else is that man looking for? Congratulations, you are his lawfully, legally wedded wife. So the last point is the desire for procreation, the desire for continuity, the desire to have children, to have people who would represent them when they are gone. Especially in our African society, men are constantly looking for heir apparents, their heirs, offspring, progeny, people who would represent them by the time they are no more, to continue their lineage, their name, Afamefuna. You know the meaning of Afamefuna in Igbo. My name will not get lost. Interpret it better if I fail to. This is the reason why a man would want to settle down. All right, guys. So there you have it. The reasons why men say yes to marriage, whether it is love, compatibility, the quest to have children, and all of that. Every man's reason or reasons are personal to him. But one thing it's certain: when he is ready, a man truly knows that he is ready to start a home which is marriage. Thank you once again for listening to me. Put in the comment section if there is or there are any reasons I have skipped. Just feel free to drop that in the comment section. Let's rub minds together. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and keep coming back for more. Bye.